My favorite parts of the service because we get to give you a gift. This week, as for our receiving, or allowing you to receive, our little compensation. I'm not going to be able to say the word.
We asked you to make a list, now we're giving you the paper to do it.
It's a little book that you can write in, put pictures in, design your new year.
So whatever it is that you look at, your 2010, that I'm done with this, whether it was just 2010 stuff, whether it's a decade worth of stuff, or a lifetime worth of stuff, you write it down in here. You write it down in here. You have a private conversation between you and God with these pages. You say, I am done with these things. When you get done, you tear it up. You light it on fire, and you allow that fire to release the energy of those words, of those emotions. And you ask God, you ask your guides to reclaim all the energy that you just released by burning this into turbocharging the next page. The next page is what I want this year. Be specific. Allow yourselves to dream again. Remember when you were kids, when it was actually okay to dream. When you weren't crazy if you were expecting to actually live the dream that you set for yourself. Welcome that energy back in and reclaim all this energy from whatever pages no longer serve you.
You're composing the next year. That's the word I was looking for on the top. But as you do, like people often say, well, what if I was just thinking about it? It's just an idea in my head. Writing it down puts more energy to it. Saying it out loud puts more energy to it. When I was a very internal person at one time, and I thought that was full crap. But as I've practiced it, I've realized I have felt the difference as I write things out, taking it out of woo-woo land and putting them on paper, taking those words and voicing them, then taking my voice and putting action behind it. It's living this life as if you already have it.
Here's the deal. If you think about it, you think about the stuff you want, it's pretty easy to manifest it in your mind. To still have it in your mind. When I close my eyes, I want it. When I close my eyes, I have it. I don't know about y'all. It's great to dream. It's better to live. I dreamed of being the weight I was in high school. In my head, I was there before. In my head, at 235 pounds, I was 3 sit-ups away from a six-pack in my head. Right? It's been a different experience living it. What this is doing is taking the things you want, that you want to be tangible in your life, and beginning to make them tangible by writing them down. Is taking that first step of bringing them into your reality. This last year, about a year ago, in fact, a couple days from now, a year ago, we bought our house in Merritt Island. And Mary and I wrote a list of stuff we'd like to do to the house, improvements we'd like to see. And we posted up on the fridge. Now, for the first month, we actually looked at the list. After that, we didn't. We didn't look at the list. We were pretty amazed a couple days ago when she looked at the list and went, we wrote about 100 things down on that list that were 2 that weren't done.
And I'm a person that used to micromanage things, like this month I'll do this, or this week I'll do this, like bring my year down to a couple days, pinpointing exactly what I would do. That was a lot of work. And I half the time didn't get it done. But this way it was way easy. We posted it on the fridge, knew the energy was there, knew we were always going in a direction towards that, but really didn't look at the details until a couple days ago, realizing that everything, except for 2 things on that list, had been done.
So, we're giving you the gift of, we've turbocharged these energetically, prayed for them, covered them with rocket fuel, energetically speaking. That whatever you write on these things that you're done with, have the energy of everyone in this room, seen and unseen, to help you remove. And everything you write on this list that you want in your next year experience has the amplified energy of everything and everyone here to help you achieve it. So it's an interesting gift we're giving you this week, because you get to decide what that is. When we set our intentions of what Connections is to be about as to why we're doing this, and it was to 2 goals: a better understanding, closer relationship with God and myself, and tools for life mastery. Giving you a gift every week a tangible gift that helps you to feel that connection, that understanding of yourself and God in a better way, in a deeper way. Tools that aid to your life mastery. We get to give you that every week, and we delight in that. With the giving, the receiving, and the tithing is it's the other side of that door. It's the same door on a two-way hinge. The same way that you can get to know yourself, get to know God, commune with that energy, and tools for life mastery, you can find just as profoundly in the giving as you can the receiving. And so we invite you to share some of your energy, some of your abundance, back with God. Now, we're not God, we're like God's little helpers. Kind of like Santa has elves, God has us, and a whole bunch of other folks. And so we'll do our best to be good stewards with the energy that you exchange with God. Now, with that, 10% of everything that comes in the offering plate goes right into the God box. And the God box goes directly to answering the prayers of folks who need help. So if you know of someone who needs help, put it in the God box, let us know. This last week, there's a person who was put in the God box because their utilities were shut off. Imagine not having electricity and water right now. For the last 3 weeks, they've not had electricity or water. Not had it. This was brought to our attention, and we used every nickel in the God box, plus some more from our own money, to get some utilities turned back on. We got to do that. We got to do that. Not just us. We got to do that. Imagine the difference that it makes for this person to come home knowing that there is no electricity and knowing that there is no water. Walking in the door to seeing things lit up. And seeing a little white card that says, "I'm listening and I love you, God." We got to be a part of that Christmas miracle. We did. All of us. How does that make you feel? How cool is that? Individually, any one of us would have had a hard time coming up with the several $100s it took to make that happen. No matter how much God pulled on us, it would have been like, wow, it's a tough time of year, man. It's Christmas and we got stuff going on. And individually, that's a tough one. But collectively, as a group, we took some of the money that we took all the money that was in the God box at that point, and we did it. But we did it. Woohoo! That's cool, folks. And we did some other stuff too. There were some families, and we had some food and some Christmas baskets and stuff like that. There's just so much good stuff going on that we got to play Santa's Little Helpers yesterday, or God's Little Helpers, all within the last week. And we could not have done it without you. When we see a need, or you let us know of a need, as one person I can do only so much. As two of us, we can do only so much. As three, as four, and as it continues going around, many hands equal light work. Together we do incredible stuff. And as we turn this corner into the new year, you can bet we're going to use every power of intention of the ending of old and bringing in the new energies that we're talking about. We lead from the front by saying, this is what we're doing, and we're going to do it. And we're going to fill this room so that there's 300 of us holding hands saying, how can we help? How can we help? Bring us a problem. 300 of us saying, let's do it. Someone else bringing a problem that you're one of the 300 saying, let's do it. And outgrowing this place where there's 1,000. My buddy Mike Beckwith in California has a church that started in his living room just like ours did. He's now up to 5,000 people per service, 3 services a Sunday. He's got 15,000 friends saying, how can we help? That's what we've got the seeds of right here, folks. That's exciting. That's exciting. Because to me, and I know that we're going a little longer than normal, but I'm doing it because this is so profound, it's so important. But when we talk to God and we say, God, if you help us, we'll help others. My perception is God says, just like parents talking to a kid, if you're going to do it then, why aren't you doing it now? What are you trying to convince me will change so much when we fill a room with people? If you can't do it with 2, if you can't do it with 3, if you can't do it with 10, if you can't do it with 20, what makes you think you can do it with 200? Guys, we're doing it. We started with 2. 3, 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We're doing it right now. And when we're doing it already, making miracles happen right now, together, we say, God, we want to grow, we want even more. God says, hey, I like what you're doing so far, let's add some more to it. That's cool stuff. Ooh, that's cool stuff. So I'll get done with my little soapbox now, but okay. We invite you to take your gift in your hand and turbocharge it with energy. Turbocharge it, like bunnies, like love bugs, help it duplicate. No matter what dollar amount you're putting in, add a 0. I'm not giving 10, I'm giving 100. It just looks like a 10 right now. Right? Turbocharge it. Remove that glass ceiling. If you're able to give 100, make it 1,000. Make it 10,000. And have it amplify back to you. When we give to the universe gives back to us manyfold. We echo into a canyon, we say, hello, it doesn't come back, hello. No, hello, 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 hello. We give it, it comes back multiplied. So we ask you to multiply your gift energetically inside of your hand.
And even feel the group multiplying it for you.
And we invite you to say what's on the screen here with us. This little prosperity prayer. Divine Spirit, bless these gifts. I welcome abundance in my life. Bless and multiply all that I am able to give and all that I am willing to receive. Woohoo! So we play a Magic Penny song, Mark? Let's ask you to join me in prayer. Lord, thank you for an incredible day. Thank you for the enthusiasm and the excitement that bubbles over. As our cup runneth over, it feels so good. We enjoy it, that we get recharged, replenished. We ask that the things that we learned today, the things we felt today, the truth we know today, be amplified with each moment. That we make it applicable in our lives. That we begin to live that miracle, to seize that message, to fill the pages of those notebooks that Deb handed to us with all the things that we're done with and finally being done with them. And harvesting that energy to making our dreams for 2011 come true. And we thank you for your blessing in making that happen more quickly, more easily, and more profoundly than was ever before made possible to us. We thank you so much, Lord. Amen. So, let's go have some breakfast. Woo-hoo. Now, a couple of people have mentioned that at the end they would like to have a closing song and kind of a form a circle, hold hands, sing a song as a closing. And we've been thinking that's pretty cool. What do you all think? Like it? Show of hands. Yes? Anybody have any idea of what song would rock to kind of tie in something all together? If you don't, that's cool. Just email it to us or let us know, give us a call, because we would really like something that's just like tie a big red bow on the end of the service. And there's been several people who have brought to our attention that they would really dig that, and we would dig it too. So we ask your help in, since y'all have raised your hand and said you want it, help us find a really, really good one. So, thanks.